Making the trek from the Woodward side to Mililani High School is the Castle High School Knights Marching Band under the direction of Mr. Arnold Alcancel. Drum major Kristen Hasegawa. They have 33 winds, 18 percussion, and 9 color guard.
And their theme today is the Pyramids of Egypt, and they have construction. The second movement is the discovery of KV62, which is the archaeological number of King Tut's tomb in Egypt. And finally, the Curse of the Pharaohs.
This kind of sounds like the Mummy kind of feel to it, but
kind of.
It's always impressive when they come together with these ideas. They put together the theme, they do and if you look at the drums as they're taking their final ready positions, kind of got
creative.
the Egyptian thing going.
That's the Eye of the Ra.
Eye of the Ra, and for now, the voice of the stadium. Let's go to Darren Hernandez.
Drum major, is your band ready? Castle High School Knights Marching Band and Color Guard, you may take the field in Class A competition.
Castle High School going Egyptian on us for this one. The Knights Marching Band. Again, drum major Kristen Hasegawa. And this was a good example of a smaller school, but they took up a little bit more area on the field, but they utilized it well.
Right. They could take up a little more area this year because this is their first time back on a regular field. Earlier, they had to, for the past 2 years, they had to practice on a basketball field, and it was wide enough, but it wasn't deep enough, so they had to actually scale the show down. So this year, they're able to expand a little more.
It was something that affected their football teams. Any school or activity that used the football field at Castle High School was at the mercy of they went to an artificial field that took longer than expected, 2 years, as you pointed out, to finally get completed. And it certainly paid off, no doubt, once they got that back to be a lot more comfortable and to compete on the same size that they would be. On the basketball court, a little bit different.
No, especially not with duct tape. That's what they had to do, and they still made it work.
Good job for them, and we'll show you some of the highlights from their performance tonight. Again, the theme really played through. As you pointed out, the Eye of Ra there on the drum, it carried on to, they had the sort of the stickers, don't worry parents, that was not tattoos on your kid's face, but they kind of carried it really, really well.
They did. The Eye of Ra, or the Eye of Horus, is an ancient Egyptian symbol of protection, royal power, and good health. And it really played into that whole theme of Egyptian.
And you just see him on the track there, but with the Pharaoh's hat is got to be Arnold Alcancel. And
there he is.
Hey, when you are the main guy, you can have the Pharaoh hat, but he carried through the theme. And that's really nice to see when the adults get into the spirit, isn't it?
Sometimes they get into it more, as in the case of Mr. Alcancel. You could see him on the sidelines getting so excited for the kids, and we love that spirit.
All right, down on the field, aside from the Pharaoh, is our leader of the band, so to speak, down there interviewing the young people as they come off. Fred, take it away. Who you got?
Sure, actually, the real leader of the band here is Kristen Hasegawa. She's drum major for the Castle Knights Marching Band, and I'm going to ask her just a little bit about her show theme. That was a really neat theme. Kristen, how'd you go about choosing the Pyramids of Egypt as a show theme?
At first, we were actually looking at this other show. It was like an Asian thing, but then we wanted to be different because it was our first year competing fully. So we found this other show called Pyramids of Egypt, and we were like, hey, that's cool. Let's do it.
So one of the things that might not be clear to everyone is how important it is for student input in the show. So how do you guys get involved in picking the theme of the show and working with your director?
Well, first, our band director just comes to us and says, what do you guys want to do? And then he just like throws out these show ideas, and he says, we can go look for some too. And then we just like come together and we figure out what we want compared to what he wants, and then we put our ideas together.
Now let's talk about your band director. I've known him since my UH days in the marching band. Mr. Alcancel, he is a crazy man dressed as a pharaoh tonight. Tell me a little bit about your director. What kind of crazy things does he do for you guys?
Mr. Alcancel, he is really crazy, but it's like we love him, even though he's really embarrassing at times, but it's okay. Oh, that actually is one of the parents' pharaohs, and he wears it to like every single show. So I guess he wanted to be a part of like the theme.
Well, you certainly were a part of the theme tonight, Arnold. Congrats to the Castle Knights band. You did a fantastic job. Thanks to you, Kristen. Have a great rest of the night, end of the season. Go have some fun. All right. Well, thanks, guys. Back up to you. Stay dry up there in the booth.
Kristen, really, tell us how you feel about your band director.
It's awesome.
All right, coming up next, we're going to move on to the AA division. First up will be the Farrington High School, the Governors Marching Band, as the truth comes out here on OC 16.